The Alabama Supreme Court treated destruction of these embryos as the murder or the manslaughter of a child. A Supreme Court of Alabama case, and it's called LePage versus the Center for Reproductive Medicine. And it involves cryogenically frozen embryos that were stored in a special room in the Center for Reproductive Medicine. It turns out that a patient wandered into the wrong room, opened the wrong cupboard or whatever it was. I mean, usually these are kept in cryogenically secure locations. It's not easy to get into them. Picked up vials containing embryos, noticed that they burned his hands, dropped them on the floor, and they were destroyed. So it's a case involving the destruction of embryos. The patient who did this was not prosecuted. I don't know the circumstances of this patient's situation. However, it does seem that the institution that stored these embryos is at fault for improperly protecting them. Right. And if you have embryos, they are the property of the people who donated the materials, the ova and the sperm, to create fertile embryos. So in every state, including Iowa, embryos that are stored in this way are the property of the donors, and they should be stored properly. They should be protected properly so that someone can't just go in. In Alabama, it was a little stronger than that. So in Alabama, it came before the court that the destruction of embryos took place in a context where the Alabama Constitution includes an article that was called the Fetal Personhood Amendment, which states that unborn children, it doesn't call it an unborn fetus, unborn children are children. So when this came to the Alabama Supreme Court, the question was whether the destruction of these embryos constituted the wrongful death of a minor, right? And the Alabama Supreme Court treated destruction of these embryos as the murder or the manslaughter of a child.